to the 12th edition of the Africa International Film Festival, Afriff 2023. This year's event is themed Indigenous to Global 2.0, which is geared towards expanding our indigenous movies to the global market. Also, female Nigerian stories are going to be taking the center stage during the course of this festival. And tonight, we start Afriff with the premiere of Aura, and I'm here to speak with the cast and crew members of this amazing project and to also talk to the guests present at the opening of the biggest film festival in Africa. My name is Ahina Arthur and you are watching AFOREVO TV. Just sit back and relax as I bring you the highlights of the show. So good to see you.
Good evening.
We are here for Afriff again. This is Indigenous for Global 2.0. Last year was 2.1. We saw how, the organizers brought your counterparts from America, down here to Nigeria. There was a lot of networking and all. Now it's 2.0. What are you expecting this time around?
First of all, have you seen the lineup of films in this year's Afriff? It's amazing. I think it's the highest they've had in terms of big films that are being expected. They are all passing through this festival. It says a lot about the festival and how much filmmakers value it.
I'm a big fan, right? As we talk about the creative sector, I think some of the facts that Mr. Wigwe shared are so compelling. And anyone who's ever heard me talk has heard me say that the second half of the 21st century is the African century. And we need to be preparing for that right now. And we need to prepare. I love what you said. The moms and dads of that generation are in this room today. So we need to be changing our mindsets. And I love what President Biden said when he hosted the Africa Leaders Summit just last December. He said, it's time for Africa to have a seat at the table. It's time for Africa to be solving, together with the rest of the world's problems. Finding African solutions to those global problems. And so the film industry and the creative industries are one of the great ways we can do that. As an American, I'm very humbled to sort of recognize the incredible power that Hollywood has exerted on the world and how it's made my job easier as a diplomat, right? And as a representative of the United States, because when people watch our films, they think about the United States and they form these opinions about it, and they want to visit, they want to do trade, they create this image of what America is to them. Sometimes not always entirely accurate, but it drives trade and investment. And as Nollywood progresses and continues to reach the world, it's giving Africans a chance to tell their own stories and to share those stories with the world and create that same spark of interest and passion for the African continent, for Nigeria. Every time I go home now, I tell people, I live in Nigeria, and they say, do you watch Nollywood? And they say, did you see Gangs of Lagos? Is that true? And I said, no. but they're excited about it. And you turn on the music and you listen to Rema. And I said, he's from Nigeria. They're like, really? That's so cool. It is creating this voice, and things like Afriff and the great work of all the partners in this room today are what's shaping that voice, and the investments that all of you are making by being here tonight, all the partners that are here from the United States. I know we have some Americans in the room. Global Media Makers is here, which is a State Department sponsored program. We're going to be running workshops. Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, and many others I'm sure are here tonight, and we're just so grateful for all of you. And I'm looking forward to another 7 years of partnership, maybe 70. Thank you so much.
We are live at the 12th edition of Africa International Film Festival, and I'm standing with the president of Actors Guild of Nigeria, Mr. Emeka Rolas. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing very great, as you can see.
Yes, you're doing really great indeed. My first question, how important are film festivals like this for Nollywood?
Film festivals of this nature for Nollywood, that's still a growing movie industry. It is here that a lot of people who are in this business come to network, exchange contacts with people, find a way to improve in their craft, whether you're producing or directing or acting. At the end of the day, you will mix up with people who understand this craft, globally. Is a global kind of convergence for people in this business. Anybody who is coming to a film festival already knows that he or she will definitely learn, and then in a film festival you meet people that can show you the way, either pick up your work or get interested in the way you practice your work and all of that. There are so many expectations that you get from film festivals.
Okay, so the theme for this year is Indigenous to Global 2.0. 1.0 was last year. What do you hope we achieve or learn at the end of this festival, considering the theme of this year?
Yeah, looking at the theme, you said 1.0 was last year. Here we have 2.0. They want to say that the films that were shown last year, they need to see further improvements in technology, audio, lighting, and all of that. I'm sure that when you see films that were showed showed last year, if you look at the films this year, you see a level of improvement, because the problems Nollywood had over time is maybe audio, lighting. You see more improvement in 2.0, and I'm sure that by next year they'll come with 3.0.
Oris Edwero.
So his movie is screaming tonight, Aura, but you probably have seen him in A Sunday Affair and a lot of Nigerian movies. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Just arrived from the cold to the beautiful heat. It is good to be home. It is good to be home. I'm here.
I like the way you said, it is good to be home. He had to use his Nigerian accent to say, it is good to be home.
I think listen, it's very important to let people know that I'm Nigeria, so it's a nice feeling to be home. We just did Toronto, where film's doing very well around the country, around the world, and to be home to release it in our own house, it's just beautiful.
All right, tell us about the movie Aura and your role in the movie.
So I play Agent Garuba. I am the man that goes after one of the hardest, most wanted criminal on the planet to get our money back. Let's put it this way. I wanted my money in full, pound of flesh. Pretty much.
We're going to watch to see if he got his money back. No spoiler.
No spoiler alert.
All right, thank you so much. It was nice speaking with you. Do you have any movie screening? That's the first question.
So I do have a private screening. It's just like something intimate that I'm doing alongside Afriff. So yeah, I have something intimate happening.
For your project?
Yes, for my new project.
Tell us about it.
So yeah, I have a new project, a new skin project, and I'm really excited about.
Oh my God, so much to say.
Yeah,
Is it a 2.0? Is it a sequel? Is it a reboot? Is it started? Anyway, just tell us how.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a 2.0, but it's another skin project, and it's just basically just in the same family of what we've been doing for the last 10 years. Yeah.
I mean, looking at where you started 10 years ago, talking about skin and embracing skin, and I mean, I know you're not there yet, but if you look at the world globally, black skin is being embraced. A lot of black women are beginning to embrace not just their skin, even their hair. This is your natural hair, right? See how good it is.
Yeah.
I mean, how does this make you feel?
I think it's absolutely incredible. I think it's a long time coming, and it's amazing to know that, like black skin, as you said, black people and black heritage and our skin complexions are being embraced as much as possible. I think it's amazing, and I think we just need to keep elevating ourselves as much as possible and just shining no matter what, because we control the narrative.
Okay, so Afriff this year is Indigenous to Global 2.0. Last year was 1.0. I'm sure you were here.
Last year?
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Okay, now looking at the fact that this is a 2.0, looking at what happened last year and knowing that this is a 2.0, what are your expectations looking at the theme indigenous to global?
I mean, it's a 2.0, right? So the whole idea is just to kind of like bridge the gap even more and just have even, foster even deeper connections to ensure that we are collaborating as much as possible and doing incredible things.
I mean, I'll be so happy to see a sneak peek of a movie.
Sooner than you think.
I mean, this one that is screaming during Afriff.
Sooner than you think, I promise you.
She doesn't want to give anyway. Let me allow you go.
Even in terms of the contribution to GDP, it's a massive problem. But the contribution to their wealth is a massive, massive issue. I was sharing that the U.S. ambassador's residence, the consul general's residence, I think it was on Friday, and I spoke to the fact that what we have in Nigeria and Africa is a strong, young population that is creative. And if we don't take advantage of it, it will be a problem. There is no way in the short term we can make as good cars as we find in Germany. But guess what? We have a strong population of young people, and we need to protect them because they are creative people. And this industry has the capacity to change Nigeria's GDP. Not just an oil economy, I think the creative sector can make a massive difference to all of us. We also have a problem with infrastructure. The quality of studios is a big problem. I've been to a few in Nigeria, and sometimes I feel so bad because I say, look at the great talent we have, but look at the quality of studios that we have. It can't bring out the best of our people. So all of those things are a problem. And of course, finally, we have a problem with talent. And how do you sharpen the raw talent our people have for them to be the very best that they can be and begin to compete with people across the world? But all of these things can be solved through forward-thinking partnerships, for instance, with Access Corporation, yes? And of course, forward-looking governments. The governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu is here, and he's supporting the creative arts big time. I went to spend one evening with him the other day, and he was sharing with me about what he's doing here in terms of a world-class studio. His Excellency, thank you very much for the great things you're doing. Most people don't understand the value of the arts. Like I was telling somebody, when we were much younger, our parents insisted that you had to read medicine, law, engineering. In fact, if you were used to writing with your left hand, they thought it was a problem, they would beat it out of you and confuse the poor child. They did not know that the real genius was in the creative sector. Big, big issue. Now, so what has Achieve done? In addition to our success with Afriff and with ArtX and others, Access Corporation has also come up with something interesting. And I'm watching Amici is wondering if I'm going to talk about what they're doing with Accelerate, the filmmaker project. And we're graduating our 4th cohort during this week-long festival. It reflects our deep commitment to nurturing and empowering young creatives while bridging the learning gaps that hamper the growth of the African creative industry. The success of this project that we've done, is basically going to make sure that what we find is that our youth are basically taken off the streets and we commercialize the skills that they have to contribute to our country's GDP. I cannot go on without talking about Wigwe University, by the way, for those who don't know it. And for me, it's with great pride and excitement that I share the great vision that university is going to basically bring out as far as the creative sector is concerned and to the Nigerian economy. Our university is nurturing young talents. We are creating a new breed and nurturing fearless, responsible leaders, the next generation of leaders that will transform our country and our continent. We're equipping young people, that generation of creatives and filmmakers and artists with the tools and knowledge required to take Nollywood to the next and the greater heights. We envisage a future where Wigwe University plays a pivotal role in shaping the future of Nollywood. Several of you will meet Professor Sam Dede out here today, and I know many of you must have come through his school in University of Port Harcourt. He's part of Wigwe University now, and there are several people from the New York University that will be partnering with to create a new set of talents. Never would we have seen this set of talents in the creative sector in Nigeria. Wigwe Investors has partnered with Afriff to host master classes and workshops in collaboration with Samdede. Now, as a leader of companies deeply embedded in the heart of Africa's economic landscape, I invite other leaders who are here today in understanding the vast potentials that the African creative sector has for all of us. I invite other institutions to become involved in helping resolve some of the challenges I've spoken about. I pledge that Afriff Access Corporation will continue to support initiatives that uplift and empower the African creative industry, and hope that the next generation of creative and filmmakers will be more successful than the ones that are here. I invite other leaders and corporations to make the same pledge. On the final note, I just want to share something, and I was saying it again a few days ago, that I read in the New York Times. And that article spoke to the fact that by year 2050, a quarter of the world will be Africans. And what that means is that the women that will have those children are already here now. Are here. I mean, I'm taking the population growth rate, it is certain that it's going to happen. Most of these people, if you look at our median age of 19 today, will be in this sector. Now, it's a great advantage for us, but it's also a problem if we don't sharpen and harness the skills of these young people. It will be a problem on infrastructure. Lagos State Governor will share with you only too well what that problem means. But guess what? With the right education, if we basically polish these young people, we will take them off the streets, and it will be a massive, massive explosion in the positive sense for Nigeria and Africa. And I think that together, Access Corporation, Lagos State Government, Wigwe University can help shape this future where the creative sector, led by Nollywood, continues to drive local economic prosperity and African cultural influence globally. We can bridge the gaps, unlock the vast potential, and take African cinema from indigenous to global. I thank you all for listening. Thank you.
It's so good to see you here. Afriff, the 12th edition of Afriff. You know, anywhere anything positive about Nollywood is happening, you're always there to support. Why is the theme for this year so important, considering it's indigenous to global 2.0? Remember, you were in New Orleans to, support Nollywood a few months ago. Yeah, and now we're talking about indigenous to global 2.0. What does it mean for our industry?
I think it means a lot, because at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge our strides, what we've done in Nollywood, what we've been able to create, from nothing, pretty much, just a passion, a hobby, and now turned into a career. So we see that trajectory, and now we're not just doing it for just ourselves, we're doing it for the world. So we're indigenous, right? But the world is a global world, so we have to plug in and let the world know what we're doing. But no one's going to do that for us except we do it, and that's why we're here.
Okay. So we're going to screen a lot of movies during the Afriff, starting with Aura this night. But is there any particular movie you're looking forward to seeing?
There's so many, but the ones off the top of my head, Aura, of course, and definitely Black Harvest. I want to see Black Harvest. I'm a big fan. I've worked with James Amuta. He's amazing. So apart from that, I want to see all the films. Don't get me wrong, but those are the ones that for some reason are sticking to my head right now.
So good to see you. I hope to speak to you later on during the course of the festival.
Oh, yes.
I'll be looking out.
The interesting thing that's going to happen, I'm not going to be around during the screening of Black Harvest. I'm going to be backstage like Alfred Hitchcock. I'm going to be outside watching. So if people go let's look for that guy and beat him up, they won't see me.
Why is it important to screen Black Harvest in Afriff? I know you've done Toronto, now you brought it to Nigeria, and you're doing Afriff. Why?
So, first of all, when Black Harvest screened in Toronto, when I was going to Toronto, people were like, oh, why didn't you do the premiere here before Toronto and stuff? But I think Afriff is the biggest, if you ask me, in Africa, one of the biggest in Africa, and I think it's the best festival to actually premiere Black Harvest. Black Harvest is very controversial. It's not your average festival film,
No, you brought it anyway.
Yeah, but it got in here. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I just hope that some agencies are not going to be around during the screening. Who are those people that police human trafficking and organ harvesting?
I don't know. I've never been involved, so let's see.
Sure.
Let's see. When we're done screening, we'll find out who saw the movie and whatnot. Anyway, thank you so much. Hi, hello. How you doing?
Great. How you doing?
I'm fine. I want you to introduce yourself.
My name is Maurice Mugisha from Uganda, and I'm a filmmaker. My film is Tembele, and it's competing in the Afriff, and I'm super excited.
I thought I had Tambele last year.
No.
Nominated?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Maybe for another film festival. Anyway, why is it important to screen your movie all the way from Uganda at Afriff?
Well, for me, it's very important. First of all, Nigeria, the masters of Nollywood, like the masters of film in Africa. So basically, we draw a leaf from them. Coming from East Africa, single-handedly, actually gives me a lot of inspiration when I come to Lagos and watch my brothers or sisters make movies. African film is drawn from almost the same fabric, so it gives me kind of ideas on how to grow my film and make it better. Yeah.
Rania Mann, actress and producer. I will be facilitating the acting workshop at Afriff this year. Very happy and excited to do it. Okay. And I've got a new program this year, and I'll be doing it with Denim Richards. Yeah.
Okay, exciting stuff. I must say she came here ready, like physically ready to say, you know what, I'm ready for you all. Anyway, this is the 12th edition of Afriff, and the theme says Indigenous to Global. Looking at the fact, considering the fact that you were here last year, mentoring and tutoring actors and aspiring actors, what should we expect from this year, considering it's a 2.0?
So, first of all, since during the last year, I've been going to festivals abroad. I've been working on international co-productions with Nigeria and other countries. So we're definitely going global. This is definitely it. It's taking stories from here, fusing them with stories from abroad, and basically opening us up to new horizons.
Why is it important for actors to attend Afriff acting classes? I mean, not just any acting class, Afriff acting classes.
They won't get anything like it anywhere else, especially consider the fact that they don't pay for it, right? They don't pay for it. And even if they did, it would cost them a fortune. Okay, so this year I'll be joined for 2 of the 5 days by Denim Richards, who's an actor and a producer from LA and Botswana. So he'll also be joining us for 2 of the days, and he'll be talking.
I am so sorry.
And yeah, so he'll be joining us, and he'll be talking a little bit about the business of acting as well. I mean, there's so much information you can grasp from this 5-day workshop and experience, and we always leave you with something to show for, something to take with you onwards to the year to come.
Good evening, everybody. Bonsoir. Your Excellency, Governor, dear Herbert, I'll try and get it right. The MD, CEO of Access Holdings. Babajide, you're proud of me? Thank you. And then I will allow me to use my favorite Nigerian sentence and stand on existing protocol. Even though I want to. Dear Choma, it's a great honor and pleasure for me to be here tonight on the stage of this 12th edition of Afriff. What an amazing journey this festival has gone through, from the first edition to the global platform it is today. There are no other festivals on the continent that can boast such a relentless drive to open its community to the rest of the world, and also bring the rest of the world to them. Afriff celebrates the vibrant diversity of Nigerian and African cinema, and serves as a testament to the power of storytelling, a universal language that transcends borders and unites us all. Allow me to emphasize the importance of supporting local storytelling. This is the heartbeat of culture, the vessel through which generations pass down their history, values, and dreams. By championing local voices and narratives, we not only preserve cultural heritage, but also foster a deeper understanding of the diverse societies that make up our global community. The French Embassy has been 2018, and more particularly since the visit to Nigeria and to Lagos of my president, His Excellency Mr. Emmanuel Macron, to supporting this ecosystem and recognizing the invaluable contributions of Nigerian and African cinema to the world. We have witnessed the incredible talent and creativity that flourish here, and we are proud to stand as partners in its growth and success. We are committed to continue building bridges, to bring our stakeholders, producers and distributors to Nigeria, and actually we have a whole delegation. We're very pleased to have a whole delegation of French stakeholders for this 12th edition. But we also want to support Nigerian creatives and their stories, access to our markets, festivals and platforms. And if you allow me just to do some small shakara, 2 days ago, on Friday, the French Minister for Foreign Affairs was in Abuja, and we were delighted to have her sign a financial agreement between the French Agency for Development and the Nigerian federal government for the IDICE project. This is 100 million euros that we are going to invest in the creative industries of Nigeria. So as we embark on this new journey together, let us celebrate the power of storytelling, the beauty of diversity, and the strength that comes from sharing it. May this festival continue to be a beacon of inspiration, a platform for voices to be heard, and a testament of the enduring power of cinema. Thank you very much, and may Una enjoy the 12th edition.
It's our pleasure to be here. The Honorable Minister for Creative Economy, Arts, Culture and Creative Economy would have been here, but she asked that I represent her with the essays on creative economy that are here. Your Excellency and the creative giants that are gathered here. For us at the ministry, what is happening here is what the new ministry under the renewed hope agenda endorses very well. And this administration is committed to ensuring that issue of demographic disaster, which the U.S. ambassador did mention about, will not come to fruition. Because under the creative economy, we will ensure that our youth are well trained. Already we have the training capacity in the ministry at JOS so that they can tap into the emerging possibilities that have already been laid out. Afriff have come a long way. They have set the standard, and Nigeria is committed to grooming and multiplying the capacity of such film festivals, not only in Lagos, but in many other geopolitical zones of the country. Because we cannot be a great nation celebrating cinematic excellence and we will not have it trickling down. So we endorse what is happening tonight at Afriff. We endorse the resilience of Afriff over the years to make sure that there's no going back. It has encouraged the government to say that what Afriff has set up must be replicated in other states of the country. And we want to thank everybody that has found time to be here to support the initiative. And this is a gathering of excellence. And so shall it be from the government point of view. Thank you, Your Excellency, once again.
To welcome one of, if not the most outstanding governor in Nigeria, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, to the Africa International Film Festival 2023. We're delighted to have you today, sir. So incredibly happy that you celebrate and recognize the creative industries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Excellencies Will, Manuela, Harvard, MTN, Shoma. It's a great night, and distinguished artists that are in the room, and audience. Let me say how truly proud I am with what we're seeing in the creative industry. This night is not just
for Chioma and Afriff. It's a celebration of what all of the great creative minds are about in our country. All within a week, great things are happening. Just on last Saturday was a fashion show. 2 days ago was an ArtX. Today is Afriff 12. And all of these are major landmarks, major signing, major announcement, all in the creative industry. I think you all deserve a round of applause. And I think for what Harvard had said, don't let those statistics bother you. Right? They are critical for us to know, but we will in our time catch up with them. It's important that we need to know that we are on that conversation already. We are on that trajectory to put Nigeria permanently in the international creative space. Afriff, doing the 12th celebration now, has shown a lot of resilience. They've stand tall, and I'm sure they've been ups and downs, but Chioma and our very bold and audacious commitment has continued to save it. And like Bill said, probably will join you when you're doing 20 and 25. But for us as a government, it's important for me to say that if you look at our team's agenda, what we mentioned that the tourism and entertainment industry, entertainment meaning creative and all the likes, is part of our economic agenda. Intentionally, we want to continue to support that sector. We realize and we appreciate that they are a critical component of our deliverables. They are a critical resource. They are a critical pillar that as a government we need to continue to support and ensure that we're leading and we're supporting our hand holding them. About a month ago, you're all aware that we did a big launch as to when we're going to start the construction for the film city, the Lagos Film City. It's 100 hectares. It's certainly going to be more than $100 million. But we're starting with that, and that for us just to signpost our commitment into that space. Right? This is a city. And we will have studios, and we'll have buildings that will be comparable to anyone that you have in LA or other parts of the world. I was in Atlanta last year when we went around some studios, and so as the first time, when Wakanda and Wrestling were shot, I was there, and so I have a feel of what it's all about. And I can assure you, not only Africa, but everybody in that space, that this government will stand with you, will continue to support you. Everything in the space, music, entertainment, tourism, arts, is a must for us. Harvard and I were in the Caribbean 2, 3, 4 days ago, and it's interesting that whilst all of the people we met know about Nigerian song, in fact that's what they were playing, but the sad part is they thought they were Americans. How can somebody think that Burna Boy or Davido is an American? So we need to go out there and change the narrative. We need to be able to let them know that they are all boys, men and women that are offspring either from one part of the country or from one part in Lagos. And we need to continue to show that it's only when all of us realize that we have a role to play. From the film directors, producers, to funders like Access, to we that are on the government side, that we can indeed fill the entire ecosystem. As a government in the last 4 years, and I'm sure you know, we've continued to support that sector. We've trained over 5,000 with different outfits that we know you're doing it. So what we do is we give you grants. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. And we've seen thousands and thousands of students, of cinematographers, of scriptwriters, actors that have come out from each of these different schools. We want to make it bigger, we want to make it bolder, we want to make it better. So for the next 3 to 4 years, I'm committing that we'll even spend a lot more money to be able to support the likes of Afriff and all of you in this space, so that indeed Nigeria can take its pride of place internationally, and Lagos can continue to be that centerpiece that all of us converge, as a centerpiece. I don't want to stand in between you and our movie that we're going to be watching very soon, but I just want to say how truly proud I am with what Africa has done, how truly proud we are as a government to what all of you in the creative space are doing, and I want to assure you that this government will do everything, in areas where you don't need to reinvent it, we will support you, we'll give you everything that you require to make sure that you can indeed do what you know best, which is creativity. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest. rest of you. Thank you.
Your Excellency, thank you very much. Your presence here serves as a testament.
Anytime you talk, they had me. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's jam our hands together for Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. A round of applause. I was supposed to do this earlier, Mr. Governor, but it will not be fair if I don't do this now. I'm very happy you have said Lagos State will come on board, but you use the word probably next year. In the name of God that we serve, I know it will be certainly, God willing, for Lagos to support the film festival. You said probably next year. Certainly, right? Next year. So like I said, it's a beautiful thing we have Lagos State on board. It's also a beautiful thing we have sponsors. Mr. Governor, permit me to say, I wish I could invite him, but we need to start the movie. But one of the people that has made this possible is the landlord of the building we stay, and he has always supported Afriff. And this is big. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for the chairman CEO of Mikano, Mr. Mufid Karameh. He's right here. Please go shake Mr. Governor.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time this evening. Now, if you could all kindly grab your seats and indeed a box of popcorn, it is time for the movie.
Opening movie for the festival, ladies and gentlemen, titled Horror. You'll see it for yourself on the screen.